Tonight, I will show you how to manifest your perfect life partner, not through struggle, not through waiting, not through hope, but through the inner act of imagination. Because everything you seek, the person, the love, the connection, the union, already exists in the invisible world within you. The only question is, can you believe it before you see it? You see, creation is finished. There is nothing to create, only to become aware of what already is. The person who is meant for you is not out there wandering lost. They exist right now, vibrantly alive, in another dimension, the dimension of your own imagination. The moment you imagine them as yours, lovingly, confidently, persistently, they must appear. So tonight I ask you to forget about finding love. Instead, I invite you to assume love, the secret of assumption. When I speak of assumption, I don't mean pretending or daydreaming. I mean the conscious, deliberate acceptance that what you desire is already true. If you desire a perfect life partner, a companion who understands you, cherishes you, mirrors the love you give, you must assume that relationship exists now. Close your eyes and feel what it feels like to be loved. Don't imagine how it will happen. Don't think about who will make it happen. Simply feel the end. Do you feel the warmth of a hand holding yours? Do you hear laughter shared across the dinner table? Do you sense the peace of waking beside someone who adores you? That feeling is the secret doorway. Enter it, and the outer world will rearrange itself to mirror your assumption. Imagination creates reality. The world you see is the shadow of what you imagine. The unseen shapes the seen. The invisible controls the visible. If you are alone, it is not because love does not exist, but because your imagination has not yet accepted love as real. You are imagining separation. You are imagining absence. You are imagining waiting. But when you change the inner image, when you imagine yourself already loved, you awaken the living pattern of that reality. The outer world cannot resist. It must conform. You might ask, Neville, does that mean if I imagine a specific person, they will come? And I tell you yes, but with a warning. If your desire is born of love, not possession, and if your assumption is saturated with kindness and peace, then nothing can prevent the union. But if your desire is born of fear, control, or need, then what you attract will mirror that fear back to you. The law is perfect. It does not judge. It simply returns what you impress upon it. The feeling of the wish fulfilled, the bridge between imagination and manifestation, is feeling. It is not the words you speak nor the affirmations you repeat, but the feeling you carry that determines what becomes flesh. Ask yourself, what would it feel like if I were already married to my perfect partner? What would it feel like to come home and be greeted by love? What would it feel like to know I never have to search again? Enter that feeling even for a few moments each night before sleep. Feel it as real. Let it sink into your being. That state of consciousness, that inner certainty, will call forth circumstances, meetings, conversations, and coincidences to fulfill itself. Living in the end, to live in the end, means to think from the wish fulfilled, not of it. If you think of love, you place it in the future, a distant goal to reach one day. But if you think from love, you think as one who already has it. When you walk down the street, do not walk as one who is waiting to be chosen. Walk as one who is already chosen. When you see couples holding hands, do not feel lack. Feel recognition. That's me. That's my reflection. This is not delusion. This is creation. You are choosing the state from which you live, and the world will faithfully reflect that state back to you. The inner wedding. Every manifestation begins within. Before you ever meet your physical partner, there must be an inner wedding, a marriage between your imagination and your faith. When you truly unite with the feeling of being loved, you no longer search outward. You radiate. You become magnetic. In that state, the world cannot resist you, for you have become love itself. And love always finds its reflection. You will find that people are drawn to you, not because you chase, but because you emanate wholeness. The right one will come, not through effort, but through alignment. A testimony of love manifested. I recall a woman who once came to me, heartbroken and weary. She said, Neville, I've tried everything. I've prayed, I've begged, I've cried, but love never comes. I told her, you are trying to make it happen outside of you. Bring it inside. I asked her to imagine that she was already married. Each night before sleep, She was to picture her left hand wearing a wedding ring, feel its weight, its coolness, its presence. 3 weeks later, she met a man who adored her. Within 6 months, they were married. She did not make it happen. She became the state of being loved, and the outer world followed. Your inner conversations, every day. You are in constant inner dialogue. You speak silently to yourself, about others, about life. Those inner words are creative seeds. If your inner conversation says, "No one ever stays," you will manifest people who leave. If your inner conversation says, "I am always loved and cherished," life will prove it to you. So tonight, become aware of your inner speech. Replace the words of doubt with words of faith. Let your mind hear, "I am loved, I am chosen, I am secure in love." Repeat it until it becomes natural, until it no longer feels like effort. Revision and forgiveness. Many people carry memories of heartbreak and betrayal. They say, "I can't manifest love because I've been hurt." But my friend, the past does not exist except in imagination. You can revise it. Take a painful memory, perhaps a moment of rejection, and replay it in your mind as you wish it had gone. See the person smiling, forgiving, embracing you. Feel love instead of pain. This act of revision releases you from the vibration of bitterness and opens the door to new creation. To forgive is not to excuse what happened. It is to free yourself from the story that binds you. The law of identical harvest. Whatever you plant in imagination must return in form. The seed and the harvest are of one kind. If you plant the seed of loneliness, you reap more loneliness. If you plant the seed of love, felt deeply, believe fully, you reap love in overflowing measure. Your perfect partner is not summoned by chance. They are summoned by vibration. You call them by who you believe yourself to be. So the real question is not, where is my perfect partner? The real question is, who am I in consciousness? You are the operant power. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are the operant power, the one who imagines, feels, and creates. Do not wait for signs. Do not wait for timing. The time is always now. When you move in imagination, you move in the only realm that truly creates. The moment you assume your desire is fulfilled, everything necessary to its fulfillment begins to unfold, unseen at first, but perfectly orchestrated. Your partner may suddenly decide to move closer. You may meet by what seems an accident, but in truth, nothing is accidental. It is the law working through natural means. Rest in the feeling. When you tire of effort, rest in faith. When doubt arises, return to the feeling. You do not need to maintain it every second. Simply return again and again until it becomes your dwelling place. Each night before sleep, imagine the end. You and your partner together, peaceful, laughing, safe. Fall asleep in that mood. The subconscious accepts what you feel as true just before sleep, and it must externalize it. That is the true meaning of the words. As you believe, so it shall be done unto you. Love without resistance. Do not be anxious about who it will be. The law will bring the right one, the one whose vibration matches yours. If you cling to a specific person out of fear of losing them, you block the flow. If you let go in love, knowing that what is yours cannot be taken, you allow the manifestation to breathe and unfold. Love does not chase, it attracts. Love does not beg, it assumes. Love does not wait, it knows. The mirror principle. Everyone you meet reflects your state of consciousness. If you are in a state of unwanted, you will meet those who reject. If you dwell in I am desired, you will meet those who desire you. Do not blame the mirror for the image it shows. Change the image, the inner state, and the mirror must change. When you truly embody love, you will no longer attract lessons, only reflections of that love you hold within. The spiritual union. Your perfect life partner is not a stranger waiting to appear. They are an aspect of your own consciousness waiting to be acknowledged. When you fall in love, you are recognizing your own divinity mirrored in another form. That's why love feels so divine, because it is God recognizing himself. And so the union you seek is not merely romantic. It is sacred. It is the recognition of oneness, expressed in two forms. Persist in the assumptions, no matter what you see, no matter how long it seems to take. Persist. Neville said, persist in the assumption that your desire is fulfilled, and it will harden into fact. The delay is not denial. It is simply the world catching up to your new state. Do not be discouraged by appearances. They are but shadows of old thoughts fading away. Hold fast to the truth. It is already done. A simple practice. Here is a simple nightly exercise. Before sleep, relax completely. Imagine yourself lying beside your partner. Feel their warmth. Hear their breath. Whisper words of gratitude. Thank you for our love. Thank you that we have found each other. Fall asleep in that feeling. Do this faithfully. Do not strain. Simply believe. And watch how the outer world begins to shift. When it happens, when the manifestation appears, when you meet your partner and feel that familiar recognition, you will realize something beautiful. It wasn't luck. It wasn't chance. It was you all along. You imagined it. You felt it. You persisted. And the unseen became seen. You will look into their eyes and feel, I have known you forever. Because in truth, you have. In imagination. My beloved friend, love is not outside you. It is within you. When you dare to believe in love before it appears, the whole universe moves to prove you right. So tonight, close your eyes and say quietly to yourself, I imagine love so real it must appear in flesh.